Hello everyone, my name is Donna, or you can also call me Dina Builds, and in today's video I will be showing you 14 tips and tricks to age up pets faster to make megas and neons. So, as you can see, I have a neon frost fairy right here, and I have all of these neons over here just to show you that these tips and tricks will be helpful. So, let's get started with today's video. Alright, so as you can see, we're in the nursery, and my first tip is focus on the rarity of your pet. What I mean by this is, for example, let's say you want to make a neon, which is obviously quicker than making a mega. You would probably want to go for a common or an uncommon pet, as it is the quickest to make, and something like legendaries and ultra rares take quite a while, or even rares actually. But unless you wish to make a legendary, I would recommend you start making commons and uncommons so that you can trade these for pets that you can use to make mega neons instead, so that you can also develop your inventory and even become richer. That's like a bonus tip. And speaking of becoming richer, I did make a video a couple of months ago about tips and tricks to get richer and adopt me. So if you haven't already checked that out, please go check it out now, as it's been out for quite a bit of time, and it is quite helpful. So that is tip number 1. As you can see here, you can get more common pets out of these cheaper eggs, whereas here, in these more expensive eggs, you can get more legendary pets. However, it is not guaranteed that you'll get a legendary, since it is still not as common. As you could see on the sign, it only says 8% legendary, so I would recommend making more common neons and trading those for pets that you can use to make mega neons to upgrade your inventory. Alright, so the second tip is to utilize having alt accounts, and even if you don't have another device to make an alt account, what you could do is you could go to dress up, switch to baby, and you'll get 2 times the amount of bucks. And it would be even better if you have an alt account so that you can make bucks as an adult and then make bucks from your alt account as well as a baby, which is, I think, 3 times the amount of money. So it's quite a lot of money. And once again, you can reinvest this into eggs or pets that you can purchase with bucks. And that will make your process much quicker to get neons. My third tip is trade efficiently. Now, let's say you're trying to make something simple. For example, a neon dog. You know, dogs themselves are really not worth much. So if you are planning to make a neon dog, and let's say you have only 3 and you need 4 to make a neon. So you go try to find somebody, and maybe they might have a full-grown dog. So you might be like, okay, I'll just try to overpay them since I'm really desperate. That is not the correct thing to do. Well, while you probably would want to overpay them so that, they would trade you the pet, don't try to overpay them too much, because that's how you sacrifice other pets that you could be using to make neons. For example, you might overpay them a rare pet. Let's say, I don't know what rare pet, maybe an ox. Even though the oxes are not worth that much, let's say you could have 4 of them. You could use that to make a neon and get even better pets. So try not to overpay for pets that you need, but also don't underpay, since it's not worth it and they probably won't trade you if you're underpaying. So try to be efficient and wise when trading, and don't sacrifice pets that you could use in the future. Now, my next tip is to farm your bucks efficiently. So there's 4 key points that I have under this category. It's to have a proper grinding house, which I'll show you an example of in a minute, in my house at least. To do mini games that can give you bucks, to have your daily quests done. I still have a lot of daily quests, but as you can see, you can get a lot more bucks and a lot of, for example, these RGB boxes, which could give you like chameleons and squids if you want to make those megas or neons. And of course, your daily logins over here, your star rewards. So your star rewards could be giving you bucks. See, as you could see here, you can get 200 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, and that can also be used to reinvest into your pets And as you can see, I can claim my token for a mini game as there's the summer event going on, and that can also help me trade my pets from that event for pets that I need to make my neons and megas. As you can see, I'm in my house and it could be more efficient with this space, but I just like to focus on the aesthetic. However, I do have all the essentials. So as you can see over here, I have the piano so that when the playground task comes, I can just place my pet over here. And by the way, it is quicker actually if you put them on the piano. When you're at the playground, it takes longer to complete the playground task than when you have a piano. Plus, it's only $100. So I would suggest you invest in that since it's a one-time purchase and you will get an efficient amount of uses out of it over time. And I have a bed over here, and this is not a necessity, but it could be good, is to have a money tree. Why I would say it's not a necessity is because it's quite expensive. It's almost $1,500. However, what I would recommend are lure boxes, which are about half the price. They're only $750. And as you can see, you can collect your rewards like $100 and then replace your baits. And another tip, this is actually my next tip, is having H-pots. So H-pots from the lure boxes, it's links to the lure boxes, will help, of course, increase the age of your pet, which will help you tremendously as it ages up your pet 30 tasks. And you can also get H-pots just from growing full-grown pets. As you can see, let me just show you one of mine. See, I have a friendship level 4 on this one. That means I got 4 H-pots on it. And I have a friendship level 23 on this one. I named it grinding H-pots as I just dedicated my one pet to grinding H-pots so I can use it for several different pets. And now, as you can see, I'm just going to go over here. This is just not really a necessity. This is more for decoration. However, this is definitely a necessity. Having a food and drink area for your pet to, drink and eat, and also having a shower so that they can fulfill the shower task like this one right over here. And that's basically all you need for a grinding house. Of course, it doesn't have to be this big of a house. It can be much smaller, just like the regular homes. Where are they? The regular homes, here we are. The tiny homes are only $240 and it's a starter house. So you really don't need this big of a house. But if you want it to look nice, you can do whatever you like, but just make sure to have these necessities to age up your pets efficiently. Now, my next tip is to manage your inventory. So as you can see, let me just show you an example of a pet that I'm trying to make a neon. So I'm trying to make a royal monkey. And as you can see, I named it 1 out of 4 since you need 4 pets, 4 of the same pet to make a neon. And I have a lot of royal monkeys. So for example, if I didn't have a name for this 1 out of 4, I would be confused. I'd be like, is this the one I'm making a neon? Is this one I'm using to make a neon? So it can get quite cluttered. I know you could also check the age and you could be like, okay, I'm using this one, but it takes a lot of time. So just to save yourself some time and confusion, make sure to name your pets so that it's not so cluttered and you know where everything is. Now, next tip, utilize events, discounts, and especially putting emphasis on this, the 2 times weekends. So the 2 times weekends are weekends where the aging process of the pets is doubled. Not like the time it takes, but like it's cut in half, basically. Like it's 2 times quicker to age your pets during those weekends. And Adopt Me does like a couple of those weekends per year. So make sure to keep a lookout and check Adopt Me notifications as they always notify the players when these events are happening. And yeah, that's pretty good for aging up your pet. It will save you time and you'll get 2 times the amount of money as well, which is really nice. And for the discounts, sometimes Adopt Me has like summer sales, I believe, and they have like 50% discounts on a lot of items. I know most of these items are Robux items, But if you do have Robux, you could definitely invest in stuff like this. And if you're using like a Robux pet, for example, that needs a game pass, you could definitely utilize this sale and use these pets to make your neons and even get nice megas if you're doing trading. So these next few tips are like more simple. So the first tip out of these next ones is you could play with your friends. This is to pass the time, and they could potentially help you out since, they're your friends, and you could just age up your pets quicker. Linking to this, you could also watch some TV shows or just any movies, YouTube. You could be watching my YouTube channel if you want to, or you could even listen to music. That's what I like to do, since it just, it makes it more fun, because I know it takes a while to make these neons, but in the end, it's worth it. It's what I always say. So that's a good way to pass the time. Okay, so another tip is to use teleporting to go to areas quicker. Now, no, this is not a hack that I'm doing when I'm talking about teleporting. I mean teleporting through these buttons over here. For example, if you need to purchase some food, you can just click on the supermarket to teleport. Or if you're doing a camping task, you could teleport to the supermarket and just go to the camping area quicker, as that is the quickest way to get there through teleportation. Or if you want, you can even go to the gifts display to do a school task or even the medical clinic task. So yeah, try to utilize those. And I think the last one I would use is the toy shop, so that you can go to the salon or the pizza place task and do those quickly, so that you can gather more tasks for your pet and age it up faster. So I just have two more tips to go. So my second last tip is to utilize the uses of cure-all potions. So I feel like the most efficient way to do this is to just be AFK for maybe like 5 minutes, and then you're gonna gather like probably 6 tasks or something like that. Something like a lot of tasks, and you can just use a cure-all potion, of course, if you have one. If you don't, you can get them from trading or like from these daily tasks, for example, buying the royal egg. So you could use those to quickly get rid of those 6 tasks and age up your pet by 6 tasks and also get the money from it. So it's just quicker if you're AFK, and if you're a little bit busy, like for example, if you have some homework, you can just leave the device open and do your homework, wait 5 minutes, and then give your pet a cure-all potion. Since I know a lot of people are busy, but they also want to play Adopt Me and they have limited time to play. So it is probably a smart and efficient way to age up your pet. Now for the last tip, probably the most important tip, is to be patient. I say this every time. It doesn't matter what type of tips and trick video I'm trying to do. I always say this last: be patient, because it may be boring, but you could use the tips I use to pass the time, such as playing with your friends, watching TV, watching my videos in the background, or just, doing something productive while you try to age up your pets. Because in the end, it will be very worth it. Trust me. I mean, these are all the neons. I know I already showed you guys, but these are all the neons and the megas that I have. As you can see in my bio, I currently have 13 megas and 33 neons, because I use these tips and they are very helpful, very efficient, and that's how I stay consistent and committed to making neons. Since, you see all those people with like neon legendaries and neon, like very rare neon legendaries. For example, I don't know, a neon bat dragon, neon shadow dragon, neon frost dragon, neon evil unicorn. And you're like, oh man, I wish I could be there one day. No, I was thinking the same as well. And I'm slowly growing my inventory by using these tips and tricks. So I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope it was a little bit entertaining, and I hope you can use these tips and tricks for yourself. And that is all I have for this video. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.